Glad to have you with us from Tampa, Raymond James Stadium, as we are set for a showdown in the ReliaQuest Bowl. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up in this bowl game. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. So Auburn's return team didn't help matters out much with that one. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
Caught in the backfield. It's Shamanik. And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time. To the air. It's Marks. Looking to buy time. Trying to make magic with, and the ball's on the ground. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense...
He's looking deep. Speeding down the left side. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Tiger. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under and make a big play.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Texas A&M's offense will go to work for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Looking for a productive play on first down. To the ground with the back. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. One thing I've noticed from talking to coaches about their approach to bowl games is how many of them use it as a springboard for next season. They try to focus on developing some of the new guys, maybe, that have joined them for the bowl practices.
I mean, you get 15-plus extra practices. You start to play and experience more as young guys. The older guys get a little bit more rest. But, yeah, you're building the future. You're building the foundation. You're working on your technique. And you know what? You also get to have some fun. I think that's important for team building, is having fun at your location, doing the different things together to start to build that unity that will make a big difference in the future.
Yeah, there's a saying in college football that your freshman year, when you get to bowl season, you're no longer a freshman. A lot of players grow up, get the extra practices mentally, and from a confidence standpoint, you turn the page. I can remember back to my true freshman year, we get ready to play Penn State. We had a lot of NFL talent in my freshman class, and everybody just seemed to grow a foot taller. They were playing with a different intensity level that really paid off for us the next year.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Back to throw, it's Marks. They're bringing heat. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Turns it on in midfield. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Line getting set on 2nd down. I get it that the game is the primary thing about going to a bowl, but there's so many festivities surrounding it. Jesse, what do you remember about something you experienced?
There was a lot of pageantry when I think back to the bowl games I played in, and you have functions, you get to visit a brand new city, generally in warm weather, you get to meet the other team, there's some friendly competition. The biggest thing that stands out to me, though, was a street brawl against the Miami Hurricanes. Bourbon Street getting ready for the Sugar Bowl, about 120 deep. Hard to forget that.
And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down. 4th down coming up. Auburn sends out the punting unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, bro.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Got his man quickly. Well, guys, bowl season is here. Always fun to get these non-traditional matchups that you don't see regularly. What do you guys remember about playing in a bowl?
I think you remember all the moments throughout the season and throughout your career, and it's the last time that you ever get these group of individuals together. You say goodbye to so many people, and it's kind of bittersweet, but always fun, Jesse, to dance with your boys one last time. But another thing, too, I love the swag bags, personally. I love getting the gifts.
Yeah, I mean, to me, David, really, it was thinking about the tradition and history of these bowl games. I think that's one of the best things about college football. We're in an era today where bowl games don't matter as much as they did back when you and I played, but it was special to take the field with your guys one more time, but playing in games that had so much history.
They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
They'll give it to him again. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one. Running the ball's in the Aggies' DNA. I mean, that dates back to the Junction Boys.
It's the physicality. They find those guys up front that can make holes, and I think that's when you see the great A&M teams. Really good offensive line, paving the way for those backs and those great teams they've had.
A&M comes back out with another first down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Catch in the middle. It's Foster. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. And on second down for this offense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Inside the 25. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they finally ride him down at the 1-yard line.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting on his block, getting a nice positive gain.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
Lining up for the PAT. Smashes it through for the PAT.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. They're setting up the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This will be a second time they've had to kick it away. Slips through the line. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll give it to the back. Oh, he gave him a dead leg. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. First down to start the drive after the break. He's looking to throw it. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Just got to finish the play through the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. Really good pickup on second down there. Leaves him with 3rd and 2.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run. And then the offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. Used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he capped it off with a 27-yard touchdown run. about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
Just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. He'll pull it down and run. Got to protect the merchandise, gets down without taking a hit. The Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up. Back to throw, it's Marks. Steps away. Oh, the ball squirts out. Now the defense has got it, and they're going the other way.
Fumbles are great when you force them, and you're always thinking about as a defensive player, man, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain, and you know that ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming. You really try to get to that football. Nice job of getting the football out, falling on top of it, forcing the turnover.
The run to the left. They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered.
He's going to pass on second down. Dances away from the heat. Snags it into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie! That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Looking to pass, it's Marks. He's got his man, makes the grab. Few things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Fires to the big fella. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
They'll throw it on first down. Forced out of the pocket. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. Auburn lines up quickly. He's looking for an open man on second down. Using the quick game. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. This Auburn offense doing work. They're set up with another first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly. Got his man downfield. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
When you play zone coverage, everybody drops back, everybody has eyes on the quarterback. You're not really looking at the wide receivers a lot of times, so they can slip in those little cracks, and the quarterback can really make precise throws. Great job, great play, great throw, great game.
And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. The sweet feet buy a little time. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit. Coming to the line, looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 29. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, this offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive.
From the red zone, it's Connors. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. So you really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Right down the boulevard, it's good. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He gets a block. He's on the loose. Oh, returns like that just swing the momentum. Almost took it to the house. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollard.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
I love DBs that want to tackle, and they get an opportunity to look like heroes on these outside toss plays. Physical play by the corner there, getting the ball carried down behind the line of scrimmage.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. On the option. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. Now on the option. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
But after getting stuffed on that run, you now got fourth down. I'm not into chasing points this early in the game. I think you just take the field goal, you try to pay this drive off, and this opportunity to put something on the board.
Well, and nowadays you have these analytical cards. And the coaches, they literally look at every situation. Is it more advantageous to go for it or kick it? That's how they'll make this decision.
So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here. You go to halftime feeling really good about things. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
You've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
This offense has a second down play. To the air, it's Marks. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll get rid of it. Another incompletion on third down.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Secures it at the 30. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. There's enough time left in the half here, David, to make something happen.
Dang right. I want to be a...
Oh, picked off. Taking it the other way. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that drop.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. What a snag by the defense. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and the ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab on the left. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Wants to throw on third. He's going for it all. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Auburn ready to boot it deep to start the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They more than got the job done in the first half. Now the job in a bowl game, don't get distracted and finish the deal here in the second half.
I mean, love the way they came out. They had all that time off, didn't look rusty at all. Came out with a foot on the accelerator, looked really, really good. Just more of the same here in the second half.
I agree. And if you're on that sideline right now, now's not the time to be thinking about the off-season, your strength program, what classes you're taking in the spring. You need to focus on finishing this game and punctuating this season.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Across the 45. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
It's on target and complete. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Trying to get to him. Ball in the air, intercepted. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
And it's frustrating because you go into half and the coaches tell you what they want to accomplish. Listen, you've seen this the whole first half. This is what they're doing. Not a good job coming out. First drive, trying to get some momentum created. Turn it over to the other team. Give them a good field position now, too. Not the ideal start.
Pressure coming. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Not able to hook up the air, incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. They're trying to get... He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
After getting caught for a safety, they're lined up and ready to kick it off. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. And he can't escape, and down he goes. The Tigers bringing the heat the way Andre Bruce did back in the day.
And they just find those big, nasty, strong, physical guys that can eat up the line of scrimmage and get after quarterbacks. It's one of the staples of these Auburn teams all throughout the years.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He's going for a big play downfield. It's complete. A huge pickup.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Catch in the middle, it's Foster. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23. Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this 3rd and short. Quarterback keeps it. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
And that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine, but then it's scramble plays, and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pin.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. With jet sweep pass. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Auburn to the line in a hurry. The run from the shotgun. And he's brought down after a nice gain. From their own 23, it'll be 1st and 10. Quickly complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Back to pass, it's Marks. Fires left. Got him downfield. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. The Tigers are on the move.
And as a defense, you have to be aware, just because this guy lines up all the way to the right, that doesn't mean he's going to run routes all the way across your face. They lost track of him, and because of that, it was a big explosive play.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Coming after him. He's going to run it. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down.
2nd and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Off the play fake. Getting some heat. And with the pressure on him, the quarterback goes down, and we've played 3 quarters here. A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. He'll try to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
At the 35, he's open. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Caught in the backfield, it's Foster. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down.
Tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll run it to the right here. Made a little something out of that run. He picked up a couple down to the 14. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Hand off from the shotgun. Relying on that running game inside the red zone. He picked up 3 to the 11. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On the option. The pitch. Touchdown, Aggie. And the beatdown has ensued.
In the option play, the quarterback basically blocks the edge defender. So you watch the edge defender comes to him, and he commits to him, and then he pitches the ball to the running back, and the running back can do his thing, running the football all the way to the house. But it's basically a block from the quarterback on the defensive play.
And they tacked on the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Now the play fake. Took a shot as he threw. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here.
Auburn sends out the punting unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Makes a move. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And the stomping has commenced.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And he makes the extra point. After giving up the punt return for the score, let's see if they have an answer on the kickoff. Looks like he's going to try to return it. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. You got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
And sometimes you got to know when to give it up, right? As a quarterback, you feel it. You can't hold it that second too long when bad things can really happen. You could tell the clock went off and he was throwing that puppy away.
Now on second down after the incompletion. Looking downfield, it's Marks. The throw. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they...
He's going to throw deep right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity ladder. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt returns. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
On second down, looking again to throw. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Aggies! And the punishment has been extended.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Let's see what he can do with the return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some...
They're going to get him for a safety. Tried to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2.
And that kind of sums up the day for this offense. I mean, nothing has really gone your way. Now you give up the safety. Tell you what, this team's got a lot of work to do over this next week to get better, to improve. This was a bad day.
Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And he'll find enough running room to get it. Midfield at the 49. Well, we are winding it down, guys. Only a few more plays left in this season. Also wrapping up a really outstanding performance for this offense.
Yeah, and they're sending out the seniors on the right foot. Guys, we've seen a lot of great football. So many tremendous moments and individual efforts, David. This is a year in college football I know I'll never forget.
Won't forget it. Loved working with you guys. Loved being in the booth. Loved covering these football games. And I tell you what, a lot of excitement in college football surrounding the sport, man. Let's just keep loving on it.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
And you want to dominate the football game like these guys have all day. Dominate the line of scrimmage. You know, turn and hand the ball off to your running back. It's a good recipe. It makes every quarterback better. It makes every OC better. Just turn, hand the football off, especially when you're winning the ball game.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. The quarterback takes a knee. And now on second down for this offense. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.